Michael here for another Tech Talk Thursday, this time after dark.
Yes, it's looking a little dark, all because we have to work on the color for the memes so that everybody can read it.
Do you mean brightness and not color?
Depends on what you can see and what you can't see, I guess.
Wow, you're gonna, okay.
So let me read it to you real quick. It
Oh,
says,
please, it's funnier that way.
when you hear Windows 7's updates are going to end in 2020, but you haven't updated it since 2014, I guess I'll update it now. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's amazing.
So, what do you do now that Windows 7 update support or whatever has ended? What do you do?
So, updating support, but support for Windows 7 has stopped on like January 14th, sometime around there. Pretty much what that means is stuff will soon stop working in the sense of certain web browsers and websites. Like if you go to certain banking websites, they're like, hey, the security settings are no longer compatible. You can't use it anymore. Or maybe some programs that release every year will be like, sorry, no more updates for Windows 7. It's no longer securely compatible. So things will start to progressively phase out for usefulness for programs, web browsing, things and the like. So it's not an immediately like, oh, I need to go rush to my nearest Best Buy. By the way, sponsored by Best Buy. No, we're not. And buy a new computer. In those situations, some computers, depending on how old they are, actually are able to be upgraded to Windows 10. Some of them have the hardware to do it. You can usually go to the manufacturer website of your computer and see if it's compatible and go through the steps of upgrading to Windows 10. And if not, you can go ahead and go purchase a new computer, but you don't have to do it immediately. If you're in the business, if you're in work for a business, so if you own a company, work for a company, you know, that kind of thing.
All right.
And then you probably should upgrade Windows 10 as soon as you can, because there's security updates that are now going to be no longer released for you guys. And so exploits and vulnerabilities are now going to be a major concern, because now Windows 7, the OS, is now going to remain static, essentially. So
I completely agree with everything you said. The only things that I would add to it would be to make sure your network is secure whenever you're using a Windows 7 computer. Back up your files and photos. You're a lot more prone to error messages and things happening when, you know, your Windows 7 is out of support. And then develop a relationship with some sort of IT organization, whether it's a local company, Geek Squad, or somebody like Solution Systems. Yep, we can help you. So.
Oh, also one final thing: make sure your software, if it's old software, like really old software, it may not be compatible with Windows 10, so you may have to keep your settings with Windows 7. So make sure any programs or files you do want to move over, make sure they work in the next one. We've seen situations where it's like, no, sorry, we're only compatible with Windows 7. And those programs are so old, maybe the companies don't exist, that there's not a Windows 10 version.
Right.
So.
All right, there you have it. See ya.